Realtor, your trusted advisor for all things buying, selling, investing, and or relocating. And today I am here because I want to give you guys an understanding of what we do. What does realtor do? I know you see it all the time. I know you see a lot of people posting that they're in real estate, but what do we really do? What is really our mission? What is our purpose? What is our goal? What do we do? Right? And so today I want to share with you why agents who are realtors are worth every penny. You notice I say why agents who are realtors are worth every penny because there's some agents that are just broker. Not every agent is a realtor. The agents that are a realtor is designed and abide by the code of ethics of the National Association of Realtor. So, because we abide and because we are signed up and because we subscribe to the code of ethics, there is a little more weight to what we do, right? And it is our fiduciary responsibility to make sure that your needs are met above mine when it comes on to a real estate transaction. And so that's why realtors are worth every penny. So I want to get into some quick synopsis for a few minutes and give you some idea of what does that mean. Joan, what does this fiduciary thing mean and why is there a difference between realtors and brokers? There actually are. There is a big difference. And again, it goes back to those who abide, assign, and are committed to the code of ethics for the National Association of Realtors. That's the difference. Not every person who sell a home is a realtor, right? All of us are brokers, but not everybody is a realtor. So the next time you have a conversation with the person that you want to help you in your home transaction, find out if they're a realtor. So let's talk about someone who wants to sell their home. You know, in this day and age, right, there's a lot of people that do for sale by owner. What does that mean? It means that they place the property for sale on their own, which means they are solely responsible for selling their home. Is it a good idea to do it? Yes and no. Yes, because probably you get out of paying a commission for the person who's going to help you, right? But no, because you don't know all the deals, right? And how to negotiate, how to understand the market, how to run the comps for the market. Yes, you might be able to see what other houses are selling for in your neighborhood, but you may not have the tools or the expertise necessary to run the comparative analysis for other homes in your area. So let me just go through a list of things that we do that sets us apart from a broker or gives you the maximum amount of money that you can get for your property because we have the negotiation skills. So let's break it down. So usually when somebody wants to sell their home, we take them through a pre-listing conversation. And the pre listing conversation involves a market research, right? So we analyze the market trends and compare the properties around you in your market, your neck of the woods, your community, your development, right? Your city, your town. Number two, we do what is called a property assessment. And with the property assessment, we evaluate your property condition and the curb appeal, right? And we assess property based on current improvements because we want to make sure you're going to get the most bang for your money when it comes on to you selling your property. Number three, we do something that's called strategic planning, which means we developed and tailor a marketing plan specifically for your home, specifically for your neighborhood, so that we can get visibility on your listing. Number four, we document the preparation. All right. So we research and verify legal descriptions of your land and the owner's name via the public property records, right? Those are what we do as we're getting ready to list your home or put it on the market. Then we look at the pricing strategy. So we review the comps or comparable properties and market conditions to set the right price. Because here's the thing, guys, the reason why some people put their for sale by owner up in their yard and never sell their property, it's because they did not price it right. Most often they have to take their sign down and come up with another strategy, because the longer you have your for sale by owner up in your yard and people recognize that it's been on the market for 30 days, then 50 days, then 60 days, then 70 days, then 90 days, then 120 days, you are losing, you know what I mean, traction all through those times. And what does that mean? It means that you may have to reduce your price. Now, that's even if a realtor is helping you, right? But at least we would know how to price it right from the start, so you don't have to keep reducing your price in order to stay competitive. We do something called a seller's goals review, which means we discuss and align on your goal. What is your goal for selling this house? What do you want to net for selling this house, right? The seller net sheet. We want to know, if you sell your house for A, B, or C, what are you going to net when you take out all of your expenses, which means when you pay off your first mortgage or you pay off anything that you're owing to the bank, anything like that, right? What is left for you? So we talk through that as well. We do a customized marketing plan to attract buyers. So we look at, how are we going to position this home to attract buyers that will buy your home, right? What do we do as we're preparing your home for the marketing piece of it? And then we review the agreements, right? What kind of agreements? Listing agreements, brokerage relationships, commissions, all those things we review to make sure that we are on the same page. Because as your representative, if you're selling your property, it is my promise to you that I'm going to do everything in my power to get you the best, highest, and best value for your home, right? And so we have to look at those things as well. And then we do a tax research to make sure we can find your deed, your property tax assessment, your all of your assessor information. We try to find if you're living in a development that has a HOA, are there any restrictions or covenant restrictions that we have to know about? So all those things we take into consideration for your pre-listing. And then when all of that is done, then we set the appointment to come and walk your home. So the goal at this point is to see what your house look like and then help you stage your home for it to go on the market. So the staging advice, right, is providing recommendations for staging the property to make it more appealing to buyers. So when we come into your home and we look at the home, we're looking at it from the buyer's eyes, right? So if there's a lot of clutter, we're going to tell you to get rid of your clutter. If there's a lot of personal pictures on the wall, we're going to tell you to take them down. If there's a lot of figurines or things like that, because everybody has their own preference of what makes their home a home, and so we're going to ask you to take those down. We want it to be as plain and simple and clean, and aesthetic as possible, so that a potential buyer can see themselves in your home. Excuse me. And then after we help you with the staging advice to make it more appealing to buyers, then the next thing we do is set up the photography coordination. And the photography coordination is arranging professional photograph to showcase the property in its best light. Pardon me. All right. And so after we do that, then the next thing on the agenda is to set your open house schedule, right? Setting your open house schedule so we can have people come in to see your home, right? To buy your home. So, we've talked about the pre listing and we've talked about the listing appointment. What do we do from a staging perspective? What do we do from taking your photography and the measurements too? And then your open house scheduling. And that's where I'm going to leave it with you today. Next week, Friday, we'll come back and we'll pick it up from there. What are some of the other things that we as realtors do to put your house in the market and get it ready for selling so that you can feel good when it's all said and done, that you did everything in your power to price your property right, to stage it in a way that makes it attractive, and then open it to the public so that they can come and see themselves in it. All right, so stay tuned for next week when we will pick up from the listing appointment presentation. That's all for now. Bye.